in South Texas. We celebrated my primary victory in South Texas. Tonight, we return to South Texas to celebrate my re-election for being your governor for 4 more years. And to be clear about this, we planted our flag in South Texas, and we showed America that South Texas is now electing Republicans. Right before coming out here, the numbers stayed the same, and I think they will stay the same. I'll be able to tell you something that's never been said before. The ground on which you are standing right now is now going to be represented for the first time by an Hispanic Republican woman, Monica de la Cruz. She'll go to Congress, and the first thing she will do is to fire Nancy Pelosi as Speaker of the House. But it's bigger than that, because Republicans that we endorsed were elected from Nueces County to Cameron County, Hidalgo County, and all the way over to Terrell County on the border, and counties in between. So I want to say tonight, congratulations to the next generation of Republicans who were elected tonight. They will be tremendous representatives at whichever level they serve. So I ran this campaign for Texans to have safer streets, for homeowners who are burdened with skyrocketing property taxes, for our oil field workers who beg for me to protect their jobs, for parents who just want to choose the school that's best for their child, and for small business owners who thank me in every location I went to for keeping their jobs open and businesses open during the time of COVID. I ran for the farmers and ranchers down here on the border who pleaded for a more secure border in the state of Texas. And I ran for the thousands of Texans who came up to me and they said, "Governor, just keep Texas, Texas." And all of you inspired me, and all of you propelled me to what has now become a resounding victory for my re-election. So now it's time to go to work for all of those people as well as for all Texans. And it starts by keeping Texas as the #1 state for the best economy in America and the #1 state for jobs. We must tap into our $27 billion budget surplus and use that to give our property owners the largest property tax cut in the history of Texas. We must fight against Joe Biden's war against oil and gas and keep Texas #1 for oil and gas production in the United States of America. We must also strive for excellence in education. Now, we already rank #1 for the number of blue ribbon schools, as well as we have one of the highest high school graduation rates in America. Also, since I was elected governor to begin with, Texas has become the #1 state in America for the most Tier 1 research universities. But more must be done to improve our math and reading scores. More must be done to improve college graduation rates, as well as to provide skill job training that leads to good jobs. But we must never forget, our schools are for education, not for indoctrination. Schools must stop pushing political agendas and get back to teaching the fundamentals of math and science and reading. But more important than all of that, our students need to be taught why and how the United States of America began with literally nothing and went on to become the best country in the history of the entire world. That is what they need to be taught. And we have no doubt some people here tonight who did their share to keep America strong with the mightiest military in our history. If you have ever worn the uniform of the United States military, would you wave your hand so we can see you and thank you for your service? And we have others who serve among those numbers, and that is those who serve in the Texas National Guard. Wave your hand if you're part of our troopers. We also must, speaking of law enforcement, we should defund the 87,000 IRS agents that Joe Biden tried to put in place and use that money to hire 87,000 Border Patrol agents so they can secure our border. Speaking of which, we have tonight with us some members of the National Border Patrol Council. Wherever you guys are, they're over here. Thank you guys for what you are. A career, a Texas that supports our law enforcement officers and our military. A Texas where we safeguard our fundamental freedoms. And a Texas where everybody has a path to prosperity. All of that is possible in Texas. So once again, I want to thank everybody who made tonight possible. Listen, we in the history of the state of Texas. They ran a strong, tough, good campaign, and they're incomparable in the history of our state. At the same time that our campaign staff was working, we had the people who served in the governor's office working. So we can both serve the people of Texas and run a solid campaign at the same time and win at doing both. I want to thank all the volunteers, people who did this for the cause, not for the money. People who knocked on doors, people who sent out texts, people who made phone calls, people who got voters out, people who cared, people with passion like this young woman that I've met. There's not been a single time I haven't been down here without her and her daughter being here. And I even know about her daughter's little boo-boo on her knee that she had that's healing up right now. But she's precious, but all of you all are precious for the way that you put in the time and effort to make sure that we would win. And I want to thank my supporters for record-breaking resources that we needed to make sure that we won this race going away. But most importantly, I want to thank my fellow Texans. I want to thank you for your votes, and I want to thank you for your trust. Just know this: we will go to work every single day to earn that trust, and together we will keep Texas the greatest state and the greatest country in the history of the world. So God bless you all, and God bless our great state of Texas.
New York! New York! Thank you. It's late. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Oh, look at this sight. Thank you. Thank you. I want to first just say to everybody out there who made this possible, who worked so hard for this victory, who supported our effort, thank you. I want to thank from the bottom of my heart all of you, and I certainly want to thank our governor, Kathy Hope. I want to thank, yes, Kathy. I want to thank my parents, my family, and the village that raised me, my friends, and the team that's been a part of this grind, supporting me in every single way possible. To my little guys, Maxwell and Coltrane, for always keeping me grounded and full of purpose. And of course, hey buddy, to my amazing wife and partner, Lacey. I knew from the very first moment I saw you that you were the one. It was love at first sight. You light up my world, and I would have no vision without you. Let me just say this, as I take all of this in, I can't help but think about all that New York has given to me. It starts with the two people who made me. My biological father, Tony Delgado, born and raised in Schenectady, New York, black with Cape Verdean roots. For those who are wondering, that's where the Delgado comes from. My mother, Thelma Gomez, born and raised in Saratoga, New York, black with Latino roots. And that's how you get Antonio Ramon Delgado. I love you, Mom. You are the reason why I know the power of love. New York also gave me the man who raised me, William Hill, a graduate of Syracuse University who taught me the value of education, hard work, and accountability. New York gave me my upbringing and my church family, Macedonia Baptist Church, where I spent every Sunday of my childhood. New York gave me my first love, basketball, where countless hours are played on the Central Park courts in Schenectady. New York, the birthplace of hip hop. Shout out to the South Bronx. Gave me the culture and my passion for its truth and its power. New York gave me my education from Martin Luther King Jr. Elementary School on Duane Avenue in Hamilton Hill to Colgate University in Hamilton, New York. New York gave me my soulmate, Lacey, a black Jewish girl from Ulster County who comes from a long line of New York Jews from Eastern Europe to Ellis Island to Brooklyn. New York gave me Maxwell and Coltrane, both born at Mount Sinai Hospital in Manhattan, and now 9 years old in the 4th grade in Rhinebeck. New York gave me the opportunity to become the first person of color to represent upstate New York in Congress, and to do so in a 90% white and very rural district with a hip-hop album. And now, New York has given me the honor of serving as your Lieutenant Governor, the first black person with Cape Verdean and Latino roots to hold elected state office. I am New York, with all of its diversity and endless possibilities through and through. Now thinking back to that little boy in Schenectady cutting coupons for groceries with my mother while Patti LaBelle was playing in the background, it's hard to imagine that I'd be looking out at all of New York.
I got a piece of land out in the countryside. Lay back and smell the sun. Warm up the Georgia pie. It's so good to be taking it easy. Why would I ever leave? 'Cause I know I got some good friends that live down the street. Got a good looking woman with her arms around me. Live in a small town where it feels like home. I got everything I need and nothing that I don't. I love the shit out of you guys. I just want to say to all of you that I am absolutely filled with gratitude. I am an extremely lucky guy, and I am grateful for a beautiful family. I have the most amazing wife that you could ever imagine. And I'm going to let you all in on a little secret that you saw the commercial, right? 7 out of 10. Crack a bottle of wine, right? That was a lie. We crack a bottle of wine if we hit 4 out of 10. We hit 5 out of 10. We hit 6 out of 10. 7 out of 10, we get the good bottle of wine out. That's the truth. But my wife is the most amazing mom. She was the most amazing school teacher, and she is an amazing wife. She quit her job. You know, you wonder if you get support from the people that care about you. My wife quit her job to jump on this campaign because she felt like it was that important. And we in the Ryan clan, we've got one rule: no regrets. No regrets. And my wife quit her job and stood by me, and she traveled with me, and she was amazing. Those of you who got to hear her speak towards the end of the campaign, she was just amazing, and she's my best friend, and I'm a lucky guy. I'm a lucky guy. I'm a lucky guy. And we have 3 beautiful kids. been amazing. And those of you, somebody asked us during the campaign, they said, that commercial with the two kids, the two older ones, they said, were those yours or were they actors? And I said, no, that was really them. One said disgusting and one said, yeah, that's gross when we kissed each other. I said, you know why they were so good at that? Because that's what they say to us. And Mason and Bella have enriched my life since I met them when they were 4 and 5 years old. And they have made me a better dad, a better stepdad, and a better congressman. And I think and our little guy became he brings so much joy to us, and not just the hour flag football games on the weekend, but every single day. And he's just a great kid who ended up speaking during the campaign too. He had a 2-minute speech that he kept delivering, and he delivered it 5 times in a row. And he said, "I think I want to change this up a little bit." He said, "I don't want to say the same thing every time." I said, "I've been saying the same thing every day for 18 months, Brady. It's called driving home the message, bro." And he's been terrific. And Brady, we love you so much. You're our guy. You're our guy. And to my mom and my dad and my stepmom and my brother Al and his kids, I love you guys so much. This fight was for all of you to try to make this state and country a better place. And I'll never regret 1 second of it. It was for you guys. And I have gratitude for my entire team, by all accounts, any measure, by the most sophisticated experts in the country. This was the best run campaign in the entire United States. I want to say thank you to all of you. So my whole team, along with Andrea, are all unemployed. So if anybody's hiring, we want to make sure that give them an opportunity. But I will tell you, I'm very, very grateful. What I said during this campaign, I meant every word of it. There was no, and this is why I love my team so much. They let me be me. And what I said, I meant. That this country, we have too much hate. We have too much anger. There's way too much fear. There's way too much division. We need more love. We need more compassion. We need more concern for each other. There's important things. We need forgiveness. We need grace. We need reconciliation. We do have to leave the age of stupidity behind. And I have a privilege right now, a privilege, as someone who was the Democratic nominee. I have the privilege to concede this race to J.D. Vance, because the way this country operates is that when you lose an election,
I'm crashing into you.